Hi coloring friends, welcome back to my channel. I just decided to come on and do a little color and chat video. I am going to be working in this Zen Doodle Color by Number Spring Awakening. That is by Deborah Muller, the illustrations. And I am just using a combination of the Ohuhu marker set that I have. I can't remember which one it is, and then also the Caliart marker set that I have. Just kind of flipping between the two, trying to find the best match for the colors on this. So I'm just going to get started and do a little chatting in the process. This was one of the books, one of the spring themed books that I chose to work on this month, and this is the first page I've started in it for the month. I have done other pages in here a while ago, actually. I've had this one on the shelf for quite a while without touching it, so it's nice to have it back out again. This is one of the books that I got, I think I got it probably off of Book Outlet, and it was early on in my discovery of color tube and just the extent that the adult coloring hobby can be. I started watching channels during the quarantine period early on, so we're looking at April of 2020, and I've always liked to color, so you know, I was drawn right in and started seeing these books that people were featuring on their channels and thought, oh, that looks so fun. I have to do that too. And found out about Book Outlet fairly early on as well. And just kind of jumped right into it and got myself a few books to try out. And this was one of them. I also bought a very budget set of alcohol markers to try out along with it. I had never used alcohol markers before, ever. I didn't even know they existed. I only know about Crayola, basically. And I was blown away by them. I love them. Still do. And I think it was called Spree. I still have that set, although a bunch of them are going dry, despite trying to reduce them myself. But yeah, that kind of started everything off here, and here we are, and I am just deep into it now. Okay, so I think I might start on the arch here. That is number 32, which is a dark brown. So let's see. I'm going to look at my Ohuhu swatch card and maybe find a good dark brown. I feel like browns in these sets are not always what I want them to be, I guess. I might use this burnt sienna. That's number 95. Or maybe I'll do let me try this one out. I have just a little mini clipboard here that I'm using for swatching colors. Well, that's a pretty dark brown. Maybe I'll go with that one. It's almost a gray looking brown. Okay, so we're gonna jump back in with this. And I'm gonna start over here and work my way over. Actually, I'm gonna fold this in because that was when I first started. I felt like I needed to identify the exact color I needed to use every time for that specific color So I wrote down the number of the marker, and then down the line I realized that A, you can do whatever you want, and B, that my marker set would dry out and then I'd have different markers with different numbers. So that was all kind of pointless anyway. But, you know, live and learn. So it is a few days after Easter. I just had the whirlwind of a week last week, and the channel just had to take a back seat. There was nothing else I could do. I started out the week with, I was selected to help with inventory at my work, and that involved counting everything in the store, which was quite the process. So I worked, I'm pretty sure it was at least a 40-hour week, if not more, last week, and then was scheduled to be close to it this week. So Monday was the official inventory. Last week was kind of prep and pre-counting. And then Monday I had to be in at 6:30 in the morning to start with the actual inventory process. So it was very interesting. I'm actually glad I got to be a part of it. It was so rough waking up at like 4:30 in the morning on Monday. And then I was scheduled to come in at 6:30 in the morning on Tuesday as well. My boss did message me. So I worked Monday, worked 6:30 to 3, and I was so exhausted by the time I got home. It was a lot of heavy lifting, moving stuff and weighing things, and so it took a lot out of me. And then I knew that Tuesday I had to be there at 6:30 a.m. to do it again. So my boss did message me on Monday evening and said that we could come in at 7 instead of 6:30. So I was like, woohoo! Thank goodness. I mean, that's better. That's a lot better. I don't know why, but that half hour just made it seem more reasonable and realistic to do. So, so I got there at 7 on Tuesday, and there was talk from the people kind of running the whole thing that we were ahead of schedule with everything, and then by 9 o'clock, we had counted all of the things there were to count, and my boss said that I could go home if I wanted, and I said yes, please. So I did get to go home early on Tuesday and kind of recuperated a little bit. And then Wednesday I had the day off, but my son's birthday was that past week, and then also Easter, so I had some prep to do for both of those. And then it was a really nice day, and we had started replacing boards on our deck, and only got about halfway before the cold set in the wintertime. So we really needed to get that wood down and cut and in place, and we wanted to do it before summer when everybody's going to be, will be entertaining and friends will be over, and so we wanted to have that done. So, and my husband had off, so we took advantage of the nice day and worked on the deck boards on Wednesday. So it was a day off, but it was not a sit and relax day off. which was fine. I enjoyed it. We got to be outside, and I'm gonna flip. I've done that color, I believe, so I'm gonna move on to the next one, and I think I'm gonna work on some of these flowers, which are magenta and pink colored. So let me pull a magenta and pink here. I think I'm gonna do, let's see, I think I'm gonna do the vivid purple and the rose pink, 8 and 85. Let me pull those. 85 and where's 8? There it is. Okay, let's start with, that was for number 25. We'll do, oh, that's number, there we go. There's number 8. Okay, number 8 in the Caliart or Ohuhus. So then, let's see, where am I in my week? Hopefully this isn't super boring, but trying to explain where I've been. So Thursday then I had to be at work at 9. I worked 9 to 4, and then that was my son's birthday. So we did go out for dinner. He chose the place, and yeah, but then that occupied that evening. And then Friday he had a bunch of friends over to spend the night. And so we wanted to make sure the house was nice and clean, and he wanted his cake for that night. So so I had to work on that, and then getting everything clean and ready, getting the basement, and making sure there's enough blankets and pillows for everyone and all that good stuff. So we were working on that. My son had a very interesting request for his cake. The only thing he wanted was he wanted it to be a crake. So that is, in his mind, a cake that looks like a rake. Do not ask me why. I do not know. Just his own imagination. So, I did search to see if anybody had done something like that before, and I came up with pretty much nothing. I did learn that there is a bird called a crake, so there's that. So I was kind of on my own to figure out how I was going to accomplish this crake. And I will pop up a picture of the finished product. I'm half tempted to post it or put it on Pinterest or something, so if some other poor soul out there is tasked with this in the future, they have something to go on. But he liked it. It turned out cute, and I figured out a way to do it so it wasn't too terribly hard to do. So that was fine. And then my husband took the boys, and they all went to a trampoline park, and then to a mall to get pizza. And my oldest went to a friend's house, so it was just my youngest and I, and my husband said, you need to take her out and do something fun with her, just have a girl's day. So we went to a nail salon, which is why my nails actually look nice. So it was quite busy there. We had to wait a little bit, and I had no clue what I was doing or what to ask for because I don't ever get my nails done. And there was a bit of a language barrier, so neither one of us ended up with exactly what we had kind of picked out, but it's okay. We were happy with it, and we had fun, and it was a good experience. So absolutely no complaints there. And then I took her to McDonald's for lunch, and then we had to run to Walmart to get to pick up a prescription that was filled, and so I decided that we should probably go back and check out the clothes section there, because I have learned that if you don't go early on and get things, especially bathing suits, that they just will not have anything to choose from or anything in her size. So we went over there and she found a bunch of cute things and a few bathing suits, and so she's all set up for summer clothes. And yeah, she told me at the end of the day, this was such a fun day, and I just, yeah, that made everything worth it. And it was a fun day, and it will be forever a precious memory to me, so all totally worth it. So then the boys came back home, and they were a little rowdy for a little bit, but overall they were good. Just a few times of telling them after 9 o'clock that they needed to come inside and quiet down, because we have neighbors that don't want to hear a bunch of noisy teenage boys. But it was good. I think they had fun. I know they stayed up very late. Then Saturday morning I had to be at work again at 9. I worked till 4:30, so it was another long day of work, but not too bad. We weren't terribly busy, so it wasn't terrible. And then Sunday was Easter, so of course we had all the Easter festivities. The kids hunted for eggs in the house like they usually do and checked out their Easter baskets. And then my daughter and I, my youngest, we dyed Easter eggs. We made these beautiful swirly eggs. I'll pop a picture up of those too. That was really fun. It was a different kit. Usually I do a kit with tablets that have the dye in them. This one, you just, it was like a liquid dye, but it had oil in it. So you could see the bubbles of oil kind of sitting on top of the water in the dye. And then I guess the oil was what made the swirly happen. So, but it was fun. We had a good time. She really had fun with it. It was, I mean, probably an hour after I finished up dyeing with her, and she was kind of re-dipping eggs and trying to get different effects, and she was sitting over there just chatting away while I worked on the Easter dinner. And yeah, it was another one of those moments where just she's over there chattering happily away, and I was cooking in the kitchen, and just one of those moments you wish you could bottle up and just keep forever. But it was a good day. And then I also had off Monday, so I feel like I've had a vacation. It's been glorious. I do work later today, but only for 3 hours today, so that's kind of nice too. I had been scheduled quite a bit for 8-hour shifts every day, and then of course that one day of inventory, it ended up being over 9 hours that I was there. And I don't know, it just takes a lot out of me. I know lots of people work 40-hour-a-week jobs every single day of their lives, but um, I've kind of decided not to do that. We're fortunate that we can make it work without me doing that. And, that way I can spend time focusing on the kids and the house and all that that entails, which I'm extremely grateful that we can make that happen. Of course, it doesn't come without sacrifice. There's, plenty of things that people around us are able to do and buy and have that we won't because of that choice, but that's okay. It's a choice. It's definitely better now. When the kids were little, I wanted to stay at home completely, full time, stay at home, and it was very tight for us for a while. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. Having that time at home, I do not regret it, and I don't think I ever will. And even now, I think just the time that I'm able to, by working a part-time job, well, it's supposed to be a part-time job. It hasn't been recently, but hopefully that will get better soon. But by working that, I have more mental and physical energy to put toward the kids. And that is more important to me than some of the other things. Not that, I mean, if you have to work, like I said, we're fortunate to be able to make that choice and to be able to sacrifice extras. But I mean, if you have to work 40 hours a week to put food on the table and, support your family, then certainly you are making a good choice too. I don't mean to say anything against anyone who chooses differently, but just I know I'm fortunate and I'm comfortable with the choices we've made. Get this last flower's pink part done, and then I think, let's see what time it is. Maybe do a little bit of the magenta color, and then I'm going to have to get off and start getting ready for work. Yeah, so the weather has been kind of crazy. Like I said, it was really, really nice out to work on the deck that one day, and then it got cold again, and then yesterday it was raining. Um, it was a really cold rain, and then I looked out at one point during the day, and the rain looked very like fat and solid. I don't know how to describe it. And I was like, I think that's like wet snow coming down. I don't even think that's rain anymore. And we took the dogs out later and there was slush all over the deck. So it was, in fact, some kind of icy weather. Just crazy. I'm ready for warm, nice, sunny weather. Looked like it was going to rain earlier today, but the sun has come out and the darker clouds seem to have gone away, so maybe we're not getting the rain today. It is still chilly though. I mean, I think our high today is going to be 50. So, but like the day we were working on the deck, the high was over 80, I think. I think it got over 80. So, crazy stuff. You never know what you're going to get. Let me finish this one here. Yeah, so channel-wise, oops, I missed this one over here. I am trying to figure out, oh, that's interesting. This area is supposed to be, I wonder if that's a typo. It seems weird that this area in here would be a magenta. I'm going to do that 19. I bet that's blue. I'm going to do that blue just because I kind of feel like, I don't know, I almost feel like these should have been too. Oh well, it's okay. um, yeah, so channel-wise, I hate to make any promises because just life has been so crazy lately. And I know the rest of this week I work for the next 5 days, I know for sure, and I don't have the schedule beyond that, so, and they are some late night days, so I don't know, maybe I can get some filming done in the mornings before I go to work. Sometimes that's easier to do anyway because the kids are at school and the dogs are away sleeping and the distractions are not there. But I had planned to do a coloring outside the book that involved coloring Easter eggs, but it just did not happen. It was not going to happen. So I think I may still try to do a coloring outside the book, but for an Earth Day thing, maybe. Um, I do have part of almost a full day of a coloring vlog that I filmed. I was trying my hand at one just to see how I liked it. I have not started editing it or anything, and I know it'll be a different day, but I'd still like to wrap it up with an evening portion of the day. It would still look like how my days look. I mean, aside from this crazy week, everything's pretty routine for me. So um, I usually do an after dinner coloring session. So I kind of wanted to capture that within the vlog and finish it up. Um, so hopefully, if that all comes together nicely, you'll see that come up if you're interested in checking it out. Um, and then I have another video that I want to work on. I have an idea, but it's another one that's going to take quite a bit of uh, editing and thought. I don't know. I mean, not that I don't put thought in all my videos, but just a little bit more to put it together. So um, I don't know if I'll be able to get that one done this month or not, but I'd like to. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully May will be a slightly less work-heavy month for me. I really hope. And I can devote a little more time and energy to the channel. But yeah, I've got some fun ideas. I just need the time to do it. I have been doing some coloring this month. It hasn't been a lot. I think I have 7 pages completed so far, but quite a few of them are color by number, just because that's that's easy to do when you're stressed and exhausted. But I've been having fun with it. It has served its relaxation, anti-anxiety purpose for sure. It has helped keep me sane. So, right, I think I'm going to finish this one and then I will just call it for now. Um, Thank you if you joined me today and listened to all of what's been going on in this crazy life for this past week. I do appreciate you being here, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.